Welcome back into the Rocc Pod presented by the Royal Oak, Michigan Chamber of Commerce. I am John Gay from Jag and Detroit Podcasts.
I am Lisa Bibby, your neighborhood realtor with Keller Williams Advantage.
Today we are talking to the folks that run Network First, Michelle Rafalski and Jill Plamper. Welcome to you both.
Thanks so much for having us, John.
Thanks, John. It's great to be here.
So you guys are one of the main networking groups that I love about the Royal Oak Chamber. And you recently rebranded yourself from TAC to Network First. So can you describe a little bit about what Network First is?
Network First is a place where you can go to network, get to know the people in the group, both their business and personally, so that you can be extremely comfortable both accepting referrals from people and giving referrals out from people in the group.
The only thing I'll add to that, Jill, is I really enjoy how casual the group is. There's no expectations there, and I think that's really what makes us who we are as a networking group.
I love that about this group because I've been to some networking groups. I won't name any names or anything like that off the top, but some of them are very, very structured, and you have to be at a specific time, and you have to track everything in every meeting you have. And look, that works for some people. If that floats your boat, as they say in Yiddish, "Geh gesund, go with God," that's fine. But I like the idea of a more casual, laid-back, just get to know folks environment. So what advice would you give to newer chamber members on making real, authentic connections that aren't tracked in a spreadsheet?
I would say come and enjoy yourself and meet the people and come as much as you like. And what you said is very true. There is no requirement to be there. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to check in. You don't have to get a sub if you can't make it. The background of this group was that it was created under a different name, and it was created to be kind of the anti of that organization not to be named. And it was to allow people to relax and to do networking without any pressure. It's all very casual.
We're included in your Royal Oak Chamber of Commerce membership. And, these other groups tend to cost extra and be a little bit more expensive. And what I really like about this group and why I really joined it was take advantage of what we're doing at Royal Oak. Let's take advantage of our membership. And as I'm getting there and arriving at these meetings and I've become more and more involved, I know all the people there. We have a good core group. We have a lot of new members that keep joining us lately. And it's really nice to just have that kind of a morning coffee with a smaller group of people.
Yeah, and it is really great. So we haven't touched on this yet, but we do spend about half of the meeting just going around the room, introducing ourselves and really finding out a little bit more about each person and their business. And then we'll get into this a little bit later in the podcast, but then you'll bring in a speaker, which is really a great way to learn something that's helpful for your business while still getting to know everybody in a close-knit environment.
We know what's really fun about that is you can take the time to make your introductions a little bit longer if you need to, or tell us what is the new and exciting thing that you're working on this month, or, what's coming up for you, or what's new. And it keeps things very fresh and it keeps things going, where you can talk about, your latest and greatest house that maybe you're marketing, Lisa, and the new video that you're doing. And we can really learn what a creative person you are and how you do things differently than everybody else. And it's great to have the ability to take that time to learn about other people within the group. And Michelle, you can talk a little bit to what we do meeting to meeting, like this. Lisa mentioned a speaker.
Sure. So for the speakers, we tend to reach out to the newer members, existing members, and we really want to showcase the people that are a part of the Royal Oak Chamber, a lot like this podcast, right? One thing we've done in the past is when, for example, our auto insurance changed so dramatically in Michigan a couple of years ago, we reached out to our insurance members and we're like, hey, can you speak on this topic for us? We reached out to mortgage brokers when the market was kind of all over the place. And hey, can we have a conversation with you? And can you explain to us in layman's terms what's going on? So even beyond speaking about your company, we want to hear about your expertise. And if there's something going on that's relevant to everybody else, we want to hear about it.
And so there's sort of a meet and greet for everybody to start, Michelle, and then you bring on the guest speaker after that. That's kind of the cadence of the meeting?
Yep. So usually there's 30 seconds-ish. And if there's something more pressing that you want to talk about, it's a casual meeting, as we mentioned, and sometimes people go over. But we all introduce ourselves. And after that, we get the speaker going. And usually it's about 20 minutes and then questions.
So can you tell us a little bit more about when and where these meetings take place?
Well, we are meeting at the chamber. We do have a Zoom component for those that can't be here, but we're really encouraging people to come into the chamber. And it is the second and fourth Wednesdays of the month from 7:30 to 8:30. And we do have a hard stop at 8:30 because we really want to respect people's time, because everybody's getting to these things and getting a little bit of networking in before they go off and launch the rest of their day.
How has it been working with the chamber, the folks that run the chamber? I know they've been wonderful to us with the podcast, but, establishing this networking group and having the support for them, it really must have been, I imagine they've been great to work with.
Absolutely. They let us take their office, their conference room at 7:30 to 8:30 in the morning, twice a month, which is honestly a really great meeting spot. Everyone knows where it is. You get to know the chamber a little bit better just by coming, right? It is nice because often Christine is there after the meeting. So if anyone has any questions about the chamber themselves, she is typically available after our meetings. So that's a nice bonus.
And I also wanted to point out, you don't actually have to be a Royal Oak Chamber member if you're interested in coming and seeing what it's all about. Like, you guys are so inviting, and it's just like, show up, meet everyone, tell us a little bit about yourself, and you can see what kind of benefits the Royal Oak Chamber has to offer you.
You're absolutely right. In fact, we actually encourage people who are exploring the chamber, trying to decide if it's the right place for them. We encourage them to come to Network First. Come to a couple of different meetings, be there, meet the people, see if the environment works for you. Realize that this is a great perk of the chamber, and it can really help you to expand your business, which is why we joined the chamber in the first place, right? It's really something that I want people to take advantage of and explore and put their 2 cents in and get to know the people that are in it. See if it works for you.
Are there any speakers or events you've done in recent weeks and months that jump out at you as very memorable?
The ones I kind of brought up earlier were pretty memorable in that I was very interested in how is my auto insurance changing. I don't really understand it. There's news everywhere. And, the speaker really broke it down for us from AAA and really made it very clear about what I should be looking for and, what to expect in the coming months. And that was really awesome. I would also say we recently did a business quiz kind of as a group.
Yeah.
That was very interesting to hear everyone's perspectives and answers, because there was one of those quizzes that there was no right answer.
Mm-hmm.
And we all took time to answer our questions, and then we went through why we answered the way we answered. And it was very interesting seeing different perspectives from different industries.
The fun part about what Michelle's just talking about, this business quiz, is that in our meetings, we don't always have a speaker. So we try and rotate speaker and a different topic, speaker, then a different topic. And that topic might be a small business quiz, or it might be a problem faced by businesses, local businesses at this time. Or it could be, it's a discussion topic, because often you don't know what you need to know about running a business until you talk to someone with more experience than you have.
Yeah.
So bringing these topics up helps people to ask questions to those that have more experience.
That's what I love so much about this group too, is it doesn't matter if you're like a realtor, financial investor, or selling auto insurance. When you come together as a group and have these conversations, there's so much you can learn from everybody and just running a business in general. Not to mention, it might be very specific to your business, but it's a great opportunity to just really meet with other business owners and be able to collaborate.
I want to point out that unlike other groups, we don't have a restriction on having, only one business from each business genre. Mm-hmm. We invite all who want to come. There might be 2 insurance people, or there might be 2 financial planners, or there might be several realtors. But if you think about it, there's plenty of business for everybody. And different people work with their clients in different ways. So if you are looking to give out a referral, or you've had someone ask you, hey, I need a realtor, you might look at that person and think, Lisa is the perfect person for you to work with. Or you might say, you know what, this other person might be better for you to work with. There's plenty to go around, so personalities can fit well together on those referrals or that direction of business.
I want to dovetail off something you both said, and that's not knowing what you don't know sometimes as a business owner. And I think sometimes, look, you know your business. I know podcasts. I could talk to you for 10 hours about podcasts and every intricacy of a podcast. But as a business owner, there are a lot of things that I'm still learning how to do, whether it's the books, whether it's sales, that kind of thing. And I think a big part of business is obviously sales and networking. And there's sometimes this stigma around the word networking where, networking, I'm not good at that. I'm afraid of that. That's not my thing. I'm not good in groups. I'm not good at public speaking. Whatever that is, what I love about this group is that it is so casual and, as Lisa said, so warm and welcoming. I've been to your meetings as well, that it's really a matter of just getting to know people in the most welcoming, warm environment possible.
I completely agree. And the one thing I will add is, again, with how casual and how warm the whole group is, you do get the waves of people. So, for example, we have a CPA who is a pretty regular member, but we won't see him for a few months, probably starting next week.
Right, yeah, this time of year,
Right?
sure. Yeah.
And there's no hard feelings there, right? We'll see you when things slow down and when you're able to come back and join us. There's no stress of, oh my gosh, it's my busy season and I won't be able to make it and I got to find somebody, so I don't get kicked out of the group. That's not going to happen. And when he comes back, we're like, hey, how'd it go? Tell us how tax season is. Is there anything we need to know that you just witnessed in the last 3 months that you've been, hiding in your office? What do we need to know?
Yeah.
What's happened?
One of the things that I think that we should point out is that in order to try and keep things a little bit more fresh within Network First, we don't actually always meet at the chamber. Every once in a while, we'll throw a field trip in. We'll go and have breakfast as a group from 7:30 to 8:30 so people can sit and talk one-on-one. We'll go meet at a coffee shop sometimes to patronize another Royal Oak business. And again, to make it even more casual where you're sitting down and having that one-on-one conversation with someone, which again, only promotes how well you know what these other people or helps you get to know them better.
I feel like the one requirement for this thing is going to be coffee, no matter where it is.
Yeah, I don't even drink coffee, John.
And that's right. I stereotyped. I knew that about you, Michelle, but I lumped you in with all the coffee drinkers. I apologize.
No, it's okay.
That's what I love about these meetings too, is it's like you can come in person or you can stay at home and be sipping on your coffee and still be able to meet and connect with everyone.
Or your Diet Coke for those of us that don't drink coffee.
Jill, are you also not a coffee drinker?
I am not a coffee drinker. I am a Diet Coke girl down the line, although I will drink tea.
Okay, I need to put an exclamation point on this. This group is run twice a month, 7:30 in the morning, by two people who don't drink coffee. That's how dedicated they are to this group.
That's right.
It's shocking to me.
Lisa and I are like, put it in our veins. Come on.
I know. I'm like, it's 2 p.m. I need some coffee. And that's why sometimes I don't make it to those meetings at 7:30 in the morning because I am up. I've been up, but I'm still drinking coffee.
Your body may be awake, but your brain is not. We understand.
Yeah. So now it is time for our fishbowl question of the day. John, can you pull it?
All right, let's get a good one here. And all right, we're going to ask the same question of both of you, whoever wants to take it first. If you had to eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh my gosh, that's so easy.
How generic can I get? That's the real question.
You don't want to drop a name brand? Is that the problem, Michelle?
No, I would love to answer cheese or pizza, but I would like to change the types of cheese or the toppings on it, right?
No. I think, Lisa, what do you think? I think it's got to be one thing, right, Lisa?
One thing. If you like pepper jack, it's pepper jack for life.
Okay.
If it's hot and ready's for the rest of your life, I'm sorry, but you're stuck with it.
I'm going to go, okay, I just asked how generic can I be? And with that answer, I'm going to get really specific. Jets Pizza, it's got to be the 8 square, and bacon and onion.
All right.
Okay.
Jill?
So I guess I'm the next one to answer that question. And I am actually going to be relatively specific. I mean, there is only one true food group that's actually out there, and it's dark chocolate.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know what the rest of you people are thinking about pizza, whatever.
It has everything. It's a fruit. It's a nut. There's calories.
That's right.
There's protein in it.
There's antioxidants.
It's healthy.
Yes. And it actually there's a chemical reaction to women when we eat it. That's why we love it.
Is it just women? Because I enjoy it too. I'm pretty sure it has the same reaction for men.
No, you don't enjoy it as much as we do.
It's the perfect food. You could eat it while drinking wine. It pairs well with wine. You can turn it into a liquid drink, hot chocolate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very, very versatile. I don't know why you need anything else.
This is probably TMI, but when I was in my late 20s, I dated a girl who did not like chocolate.
Break up.
And that should
Red
have been
flag.
the biggest red flag. I should have, and in hindsight, I should have run from that relationship way earlier than I did.
Is that the dating first question? Do you like chocolate?
If not, here, enjoy your coffee. I'll see you.
I have to tell you, when you say that this girl didn't like chocolate, my son does not like chocolate. And I look at him occasionally and I wonder, where exactly did you come from?
It's a girl thing.
You switched at birth.
You know, other than the fact that he is exactly like me, yes, I wonder.
There's a gene from his dad somewhere, right?
Somewhere. I would call that a defect.
Hey, there's more chocolate for the rest of us. I'm good.
That's right.
Well, Jill and Michelle, we want to thank you both for joining us on the podcast today and also for running Network First, which is one of our great groups within the Royal Oak Chamber, one of the great chamber benefits. Really encourage you to check out an event on a Wednesday morning if you haven't done so yet, or come back if you've been before.
Yes, absolutely. We would love to see everybody. And I want everyone to keep in mind, if you have a topic or a problem that you've kind of come across recently and you're like, man, I really wish I had a group of people that I could discuss this with, email Jill or myself, and we would be thrilled to have a topic to bring to the group. You know, it's not just us two and our ideas. We want to hear from everybody.
I think that's a perfect segue for plugs. Michelle, if you want to give your email, we'll put it in the show notes as well, and a quick plug for your business.
Absolutely. So you can contact me at Michelle@GlebaandAssociates.com. I know it's a mouthful. Gleba is spelled G-L-E, B as in boy, A-N-D, Associates.com. And I work for Gleba and Associates. We are financial planners who help businesses with retirement plans and individuals with retirement planning.
And I can be reached at jill@distinctiveframing.com. I am a custom picture framer in the Huntington Woods, Royal Oak area. I've been working on picture framing for over 20 years. So if you have a memory that you would like preserved, I'm your girl.
My name is Lisa Bibby. I'm a realtor with Keller Williams Advantage. I put the real back in realtor. It's a new year, and if you're looking to get your house sold before the competition, give me a call for a free consultation, and we'll put a strategy together that's right for you. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Sold by Lisa B.
Our third co-host, Trish Carruth, not able to be here today because she is in her brand new space, ramping things up. So we have a pre-recorded plug from her.
I'm Trish Carruth, third-generation jeweler and owner of Your Personal Jeweler. I specialize in creating custom engagement, wedding rings, and fine jewelry. You can check out our new showroom on 4th and Washington. You can also find me on Instagram and Facebook at The Personal Jeweler or our website, www.thepersonaljeweler.com.
And I am John Gay from Jag in Detroit Podcast. I'm the podcast guy. If you are looking to create a podcast for your business or your organization, you don't need a big fancy studio. You can record it with a simple microphone remotely, and it'll sound just as good as this one today. You can find me online at jagindetroit.com or on all social media at jagindetroit, Jagin Detroit. We want to thank you for listening to this episode of the Rocc Pod, produced for the Royal Oak Chamber of Commerce. For more information about chamber events or how to get involved, you can visit royaloakchamber.com. Thanks, everyone.